I have an edge because I have a home studio. No, I don't have an edge because everyone can now produce music, which is at a certain level, it's good. So the way to stand out from a songwriting perspective to the audience is when you're writing the music. I think the way to stand out, that's what I believe personally, is what I said earlier, that your music has to be very personal. Because I think at this time, if you're influenced, because all of us are influenced by everything that we listen to. We are listening to music on ads on these streaming platforms. The music is going on in the backdrop all the time. So we are unconsciously being influenced by music all the time. But from a very when you're writing music, I think the way to stand out is to write music from a very personal perspective, from a very personal space, so that you're not taking all the influences and you're highlighting one of the influences, saying that okay, I want to write music like this. If you're consciously writing music like someone, then you're not going to stand out, because there's already that
That's true.
someone is there, that someone is probably more popular than you, so people would rather listen to their music. But and also production wise, I think we have reached that threshold that people can now produce music which is kind of well produced from their homes. So it's not like I have an edge because I have a home studio. No, I don't have an edge because everyone can now produce music which is at a certain level, it's good. So the way to stand out from a songwriting perspective to the audience is to write music where people know that okay, this is a feeling that they have not had before by listening to someone else's music. So if some music is written from a very personal space, I think it takes time for people to get into that music. It takes time for that music to propagate in the world. But ultimately, you're going to get that audience. With time, you're going to get that audience where people do respect the fact that okay, this is a song that they have not heard before. This is something that they have not felt before. So I think
Yeah.
that's from a more basic perspective, that if you need to stand out, now is the time that you write music without consciously thinking of any influences that you've had in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
insightful.
Yeah, like as like really the band like Coldplay, like when there's like they have a very different genre, relating to Hridish's comment, like Coldplay is not completely pop, nor it's completely rockish or progressive. It's somewhere in between, and the kind of songwriting they do, it's very personal to them, to the band specific. So I think that way, as Hridish said, I think it'll take a lot of time. It took a lot of time for Coldplay to to get there,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
they have their own audience, right? So their audience is not completely pop. It's not like popular music, and it's not
Hmm.
progressive or rock.
Yeah.
Also, it's somewhere in
True,
between.
true, true.